Discover the heart of our history at the Hidden History Museum in Los Angeles. Now open with new weekend hours, Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located at 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard in Los Angeles, our museum showcases the brilliance and ingenuity of foundational Black American culture, along with the richness of global Black culture. Come in, explore our displays, and shop for books, films, and other unique items that celebrate our legacy. Also, be sure to look out for our popular special events. For more information, visit hiddenhistorymuseum.com.
All right, let's get Tucker in. Tucker, hop in. Let's get some of the white people in here. Let's see what kind of material they got. Tucker, what's happening, man? Hop on.
How's it going, Tariq?
I'm good, Tucker. What's on your mind?
So here's the thing. I think for Kamala Harris, it's basically just voting for 4 more years of the same, isn't it? So seems like things are pretty good except for the inflation. And I guess illegal immigration kind of helps to keep inflation down, help the economy out. So got to support Kamala, my girl.
No. I know you're not supporting that. I know. Yeah. I know you sound like a Trumper, which is, what it is. But yeah, a lot of us are not really supporting these policies. Yeah, me personally, I think Kamala Harris, 4 years of Kamala Harris, the Black community is done. That's a train wreck. We are done. 4 more years of Harris. Let's be real. We are done. We're gonna get flooded with sexual weirdo stuff within the schools. The immigration thing is going to be insane. Them H-1 visas to her family from East India and Pakistan, and we're going to get flooded with Viveks and Dinesh D'Souza's and people who come over here with that anti-Black racism, and all of the dumb Sambos who are sitting here dancing and eating catfish nuggets. They're not going to be nowhere to be found. Because listen, they know how to pander to the dumbass crowd. This is what I'm saying. That's why when Kamala had that rally, they told Megan to get out there and twerk it up. She didn't get out there doing that on her own. They're like, no, we want you to be full Megan. We want you to get out there and throw that ass in a circle. Don't you be conservative about nothing. They know what they're doing. They want you dumb. They don't want you Black folks. They don't want us thinking intelligently. They want us, and they want to pander to the people who just want to party. That's why anytime they come around us, everything is always just a party. It's catfish nuggets, dancing, singing in a church, shucking and jiving. If you dancing and shucking and jiving, ain't nobody going to sit up and say, hey, what policies do you have? Because you notice Kamala don't really have a policy. She's not running on a platform of any kind of policy. What's her policy? She don't have a policy. Most folks don't bother to ask that because she's so busy eating the catfish nuggets and twerking. You see, they don't want intelligent Black folks who's asking questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. The minute you start talking intelligently and you ask questions, they try to dismiss you. You sound like MAGA. That MAGA talk. If you gonna vote for Trump, just gonna vote for Trump then, That's troll shaming tactics. Notice that anytime we start asking, hey man, what kind of policy does she have? With all this Black talk, and you got rappers and you talk about your collard greens and hot sauce, with all of this Black talk you got, what kind of policies do we have that you're going to implement to help Black people? Shut up. Y'all just hating on the Black woman and her Black girl magic. Yeah? This shut up and just go along with the program. No. Black people, it is okay to ask questions. And we already know the answer, to be honest. Let's be real. Kamala Harris has already told us what she's going to do for Black people. Nothing. I'm not going to do nothing that only benefits Black people. No, she's already told us. Do you remember? See, that's the thing with me. I'm not obligated to support anybody who tells us straight up what they're not going to do, and then we're supposed to be obligated to support her? How? Family, if Trump said, I'm not going to do something just to benefit black people, they would have a fit. They're acting funny style. The Democrats are trying to spin this thing where he said, hell, I want to create black jobs. What you mean black job? What's a black job? That's niggas playing dumb. You understand what I'm saying? That's that's the boule Negroes out here playing dumb. I don't know what a black job is. These boule bootlegs are the worst so-called representatives ever. They should not represent us. These people are buffoonish. You understand what I'm saying? If this dude is talking about creating black jobs or jobs for black people, that's what he means, and we know that. What's wrong with that? This is why, hell, I would rather listen to what he has to say than coochie popping. I don't want to go to a Kamala rally and see what Billy Porter twerking and Megan twerking and Roland eating all the cinnamon buns. And I don't want to see all that. And ain't no policy being discussed, just bussy popping and singing and dancing and shucking and jiving. I would rather somebody say, hey, I want to create black jobs. Okay, that's what I want to hear. Right? See, people start getting into this emotional thing. Well, he had said something about a reporter. Yeah, okay. He had said something that I don't like about this reporter. He called her stupid. He disrespected the black woman. Okay, come on, man. I just can't with this infantile 5-year-old ass childlike mindset that these Negroes want to operate in. We got to start thinking in terms of handling business. When you walk to the table trying to handle business, it ain't about who likes anybody. We don't have to like each other. Let's handle some business. Let's come to a common ground and let's get some business handled. You understand? We got some things where everybody got to pretend to like you because there's a lot of emotional deprivation that a lot of Negroes have. People grow up, you didn't get hugged as a child, your daddy wasn't there, your mama was working 3 jobs. Niggas didn't get hugs as children. So there's this emotional void. And the white supremacists on the left, they know how to pander to that. They know how to get around Negroes, start singing, dancing, hugging, telling you how great you are and you're the backbone of the community. And oh, let's dance and rap. Oh, I see you. I'm gonna talk your language. I'm gonna walk it like I talk it like Quavo. And dumb Negroes eat that nonsense up. They know who they're pandering to. They're pandering to the dumbass crowd. Yeah? They don't want us waking up. They want you sleep. Raise these hands. How many? We got a lot of people in here. Come on now. Let's talk it. Let's get Shane in the building. Let's get Shane Foster. Brother Shane. What's up, Brother Shane Foster? Hop in, man. Shane? What's up, Shane? I can't hear you, sir.
Oh, my bad. I hit the mic by accident.
There you go. What's on your mind, brother? Oh,
No, just give y'all a shout out and everything, but I'll drop back down.
okay, brother. Okay. He didn't mean to get on. All right. Let me see. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get Indy left. Let's get Indy in the building. Indy, what's going on, brother?
What's happening, Tariq, man? Shout outs to you, man, for all the good things you're doing, man. I got to re-up on me some root work. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What city you in, brother?
I'm in Kinston, North Carolina, man.
There you go. Man, what's on your mind tonight?
Uh, I noticed one thing, like when at that NBA, that National Black Journalists Association meeting.
Yeah.
Uh, when they asked him about the black jobs question, I noticed how all the Democratic or left leaning media, they not talking about his answer to that question.
Yeah.
Because his answer to that question goes right into the immigration problem. And they do not want to talk about that.
Right. That's why they're acting dumb. Every time
Yeah.
he brings it up, they start acting dumb. That's a legitimate thing he's saying. He's talking about creating jobs for black people, which is good. Stopping all of this immigration, which is good. But again, the Democrat, and we got to be very clear. When he was on that NABJ thing, these were a lot of immigrants in there. That's the problem. This is what we're saying. You got a lot of these tethers who are trying to act as our representative family. They just had like some kind of Zoom meeting tonight with like Caribbeans for Kamala or something, right? They just had something tonight. I think they had Tatiana Ali and a couple of people. So yeah, they're really gonna work that tether angle. Let's get Jason in here. Jason,
Yo, what's going on, Tariq? Can you hear me?
get a little bit louder.
Hey, Tariq, can you hear me? What's
A
going
little
on?
bit, yeah.
All right, man. Shout out to the room, man. I definitely respect your work, my brother. My boy out here, Phil Scott. I know you probably affiliated with him with the new black media.
Yeah.
He's been going on Kamala's website for the past week, and I know you were talking about what is her policies, what does she stand for, and I want everybody in the room, like even the Democrat shields, go to her website right now when you get a chance, and the only thing that's on there is money. I just want donations. I'm not talking about policies. I'm not talking about my platform. I'm not telling the black community or the public just in general what I'm going to do, what my plans are. If you go to no BS, if you go to her website right now, all it's talking about is money, money, money. I just need donations. But I'm not even a MAGA person. But if to Trump's credit, if you go to Trump's website, he at least has 20 bullet points listed on what he's going to do. Whether you agree with it or not, he at least is willing to put himself at the chopping block so you can hold him accountable if he falls short of certain things. You're able to say, hey, Trump, you didn't deliver here. What's going on with that? But see, when you go to Kamala's website, literally right now, if you go look at it, it's only asking for donations because she stands for nothing. That's what you're gonna
Right.
get with her. It's gonna be a whole bunch of nothing. And you just talked about that Zoom call, brother. I want black people to understand they want to talk about the black women, the 40, 50,000 that was on that Zoom call or whatever. What that is, that's I'm not denigrating none of my brothers and sisters in sororities and fraternities, but what this is, it's a um, it's a what you call it, the talented 10th Negro.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
that brothers and sisters that want to be the only Negro in the room, but in front of everybody, they want to market it as black empowerment. So she's gonna if she wins the presidency, she's gonna elevate that one black woman here, that one black man over here, and they're gonna market that as black empowerment, as if that's a win for the black community when it's not. So I just want to
Right.
land my plane on that, brother. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my
Good
creation.
point.
And I just want to
Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. The feedback on the phone was a little janky, but yeah, very good points. Yeah, Kamala ain't really got no policies. That's why they keep getting into these semantics and all of this stuff with all of this performative blackness and her being an AKA. Well, she went to HBCU. What the hell? Who gives a damn? Rachel Dolezal went to an HBCU. What the hell is her policy and how is it going to benefit us? It ain't. It's not. W, let's get W in here. Then we get my brother Black Alpha. W, what's up, man? W, where you at? Let me see what your name is. Oh no, it's We Are Not the Same. We are not the same. Unmute your microphone. All right, let's get we're gonna get Black. Oh wait, we are not the same. You good? Hop in, man. Trying to give you a chance. You good, brother? All right, man. I'm gonna have to take you down. I was trying to give you a chance to say what you had to say. Let's get Black Alpha. Then I'm gonna get my sister Brooke. Black Alpha, what's up, brother?
Man, peace, brother. How you feeling, family?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's my birthday today, brother. So,
Man,
I'm out here.
happy birthday to the family. How are you? Happy birthday. Everybody give a birthday shout out to our brother Black Alpha. How old you turn today, brother?
Man, I am in my late 30s, brother. I'm going to put it that way.
There you go. There you go. So what's on your mind tonight, man?
All right, brother, you made a great point about these tethers. And I want everybody to notice that whole win with black women, how quick that turned into win with Caribbeans, win with white dudes, win with Karens and everything. But the leader, the main person who started the win with black women, that is a tether named Joteka Edie. She says she's from North Carolina. I think she's from North Somalia. I want everybody to look at her family. Her name is Joteka Edie. She worked with the Biden administration, with the Obama administration. She's clearly non-FBA. So the tether infiltration of this whole Kamala mania that they're trying to make up is completely false, man. So I just want to tell that to the family. I appreciate you, brother.
Very good point, man. Family, y'all be listening, family. The tether takeover is real. Y'all better understand with Kamala, all of this hostility that we're seeing in the comment sections, it's a tether takeover. It's a hostile tether invasion. You understand? That's what this is about. Let's get my sister Brooke in here.
Hello, good night. How are you?
I'm good,
Or good
beloved.
morning. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I just wanted to remind everybody when they think about the fact that Kamala Harris is an AKA. Remember Mindy? I think her last name is Kulanis or something like that.
Yeah.
The Indian chick who she remember her brother wrote an article or was it a book?
He wrote
About
a book
how
about
he got into how he got into medical school pretending to be black, how he joined black organizations and did all these things. He said he cut his eyelashes and all kinds of ridiculousness to pretend, and his look was drastically changed or whatever, which all he did was cut his hair.
Right.
And so
and
it is not.
He still didn't pass off as no damn foundation of Black America.
And that's that's something else. He pretends like he really passed. I'm like, these white people knew what color he was or where he was from. They knew that he was not black.
Right.
But he put black on everything and joined black organizations. So it's already known that this is something that she said that his sister looked just like the other half of her family.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So yeah, they do a lot of cosplaying or trying to cosplay us all the time. That's the thing. And I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos of a lot of these non-FBA people who are really seriously cosplaying as us. Have y'all seen that? And then they kind of get upset when they get called out. There's this one guy, he's from like Sudan. I wish I could play the video. He was like, yeah, I get offended when people say, man, you look African. Man, you look African, man. How you gonna say I look African? But he's actually African. And yeah, we can tell, dude. There was another video of this chick who was complaining that people say she looks African, which she is. Why do people say I look African? We see you. We can see you. You understand? Family, listen. And they get offended when we start asking where you're from. That's a part of our culture, by the way. That's a part of our culture to kind of find out where people are from if you're not familiar. We just kind of want to know who you are. That's kind of a thing. That's a part of foundational Black American culture. So, you come around, we need to know, if you do something janky, we need to know, hey, who is this person? Whose family is he part of? Who's your mom and them? Who raised you? We just want to know. So when somebody comes around and the forehead is a little big, hey man, where are you from? Who raised you? Who's your mama? Where your grandma live? We kind of want to know. Because let me tell you something. We know, deep down, especially some of us who are really tapped into the ancestral energy. Like I'm very tapped into the ancestral energy and the spirit of Majara. That Majara spirit, I'm very tapped into that ancestral spirit and energy. That's why I can tell when people are non-FBA, I don't even have to be around them. I can tell over the phone. How y'all think I'll be figuring out where these people are from when they call up? I can damn near pinpoint where they're from on the money, what island they came from. That's that ancestral Majara spirit energy letting me know. We can tell when we're not on the same energy frequency. That's not a bad thing. Not that you're a bad person or whatever, but when we have a Majara spirit energy and when we're around other foundational black Americans, I can feel it. I can feel when I'm around another foundational black American. Does that make sense? I could just be around a person and just their energy, there's a familiarity with it, and I know they're from my lineage. There's a vibe and energy. I know the Majara spirit for me and that person, it clicks. We kind of know. And sometimes when it doesn't click, hey, where's this person from? I ain't really vibing with them. I always give the example. Foundational black Americans, when we're out and about, especially black men, and my wife, who's sitting over here, she would always point this out, how black men, especially foundational black American men, we generally acknowledge each other when we're out. When foundational black American men are out, we will acknowledge each other, even if we don't know each other. That's just a Majara thing. Hey brother, how you doing? Hey brother, how are you? Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, peace, brother, how are you? We just kind of acknowledge each other. Notice tethers don't really do that. That's why you can kind of tell you're dealing with a tether. You go out somewhere and you see a brother and you kind of acknowledge him and he's giving you that look like, what are you looking at, nigga? Well, oh, where's this dude from? The tethers don't do that at all. You understand? So that energy right there, it starts off real janky and weird. But we know, we kind of know when people have the Majara energy and spirit. Family, remember when we had the rally for reparations, both of them, what was the thing that people said the most? The thing that people always said about the rally for reparations, everybody pretty much said one thing. It felt like a family reunion. It felt like a family reunion. It felt like we were around our family. That's because everybody had the Majara spirit. At the FBA rally, the Majara spirit was there. So it was a familiar spirit. It was a family spirit. So we were all connecting with each other based on that Majara energy. That's why it felt like family. There's a familiarity to the energy that we have. We can tell. So certain folks, when we come across you, that a lot of times just the energy is a little different. Not even bad. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's a different energy, so we can kind of tell. Yeah, the energy is different. Not bad. It's just different. So it doesn't click in like it would from somebody with our lineage. Yeah, and we got this guy here, for example. Yeah, this is the Somali guy.
Yo, Tariq, man, how you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm, I'm good now, and I figured out this guy was,
Tariq,
not
bro.
early on.
I
But
just I wanted to let you know, bro. This is one thing that's I've been telling my people on Twitter, bro. I've been letting people know that I really resonate with the FBA. I feel like it's my family and stuff. So I told them, this is what I told them. I'm starting my own movement, which is called the FBAS, the Foundation of Black Somalians. All right. So hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. So this is what I'm saying. You guys did 400 years of slavery, and since I started this shit 4 days ago, we did four days of oppression. So I'm saying I heard that shit was $20 trillion. You feel me? So we're trying to get, we're trying to be in there. We're a branch of the family. I got the Majara spirit. It's my family. You get me?
no. Now you got $20 million in bushmeat and some rice from Sally Struthers. So that's what you need to be going
So
after.
tell me.
Okay, let's get the Donald Trump bot, Donald J. Trump team. What's up, man? The Donald J. Trump bot. You want to unmute your microphone? All right. The Trump BT. Trump bot, you want to say something or you just want it to be seen? You want to unmute your microphone? All right. If you don't want to unmute your microphone, Let's get I meme, therefore I am. All right. I meme, therefore I am. What's going on,
Hello,
brother?
it's a sister. Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me. You know what? I do agree with you on every point so far, what you said. And it's so funny, you're zooming through the TikTok videos so you get the whole feeling what people are saying. And you know what? For me, Kamala can be, green, yellow, black, whatever. The what bothers me that she is selling herself not what she was selling herself before. And you know what? And we're hearing people on spaces on TikTok, they basically say, oh, she went to black college and she's black. And that's why they're voting for her. When you ask them about policies, and I was trying to find anything that if she had any policy, you know, I couldn't find anything. So your previous speaker said the same thing. I thought that maybe I'm missing something, but I'm quite good researcher. So I was like, I can't be missing, such a big component to campaign. And, I think that we can start grilling her on this stuff because she had, actually her supporters. And,
Right.
and I don't know how you feel about, what, I've been watching a lot of videos and I see a lot of black men are standing with Trump, and I see black women like going at them like crazy, like, I mean, crazy. So, how do you find this? How do you feel about this whole situation?
Yeah. Again, we've been saying that the whole blackness thing is very performative, and a lot of us are not going for it. And they're pandering. The Democrats are pandering to a very lowbrow crowd, and those are the ones who are supporting. They're just, there's they can't really give a good reason why they're supporting. Again, a lot of people fall victim to the media propaganda, and that's the advantage Kamala and the Democrats have. That the media is pretty left leaning, and they will. And I always said this: the only time the media will point out racism is if they're pointing their finger at Trump and the Republicans. And I don't fall for that. The only time they'll talk about racism, I've said this many, many times, is if they're going to point the finger at Trump or the Republicans. They never talk about the racism that comes from the left. It's just as bad. And black folks go for the propaganda. Do you know how many black folks are running around here talking about, man, Trump, he said he going to give the police immunity, full immunity. And we keep pointing out goofy Negroes, they already have immunity. The police already have basically full immunity on a federal level because that's what they're talking. They're talking about on a federal level. Local levels, people can do what they kind of want to do on a local level. You understand? If a cop does something weird, like if a cop goes and sexually assaults somebody, you're not going to give them no immunity on no local level. But they're basically not going to do any kind of federal charges on no damn cop. They're not doing it now. The person who implemented all of those protections for police was Obama. And even Biden expanded police funding and protections. Kamala was bragging about being the top cop out here in California and all that stuff. What part of immunity don't they have now? Kamala, Biden, or Obama, or the Democrats, name the white cops or any cops that they punished. They haven't put no charges on no damn cops. The cops already got immunity. So we let people play this boogeyman game, and we got to say no. We're not going to let that happen. They got to come through with tangibles. Let's get K. All right, let's get K. Cass in the building. K. Cass in the building, and then we'll get watching anonymously. K, what's up, K?
Hey, so firstly, I think the guy's name was Jason. He was bringing up the fact that Kamala had like no policies on her website. Uh,
Yes.
I'm kind of thinking, I know she's incompetent, and I do know that she had a high turnover rate for her staff, but I'm kind of thinking that that's strategic. I think they probably don't want us to pick it apart, so they're probably gonna, put that up a lot later.
Right, right. They're gonna just sing and dance. Everything is
Yeah,
gonna be a party, so nobody's gonna stop and say, "Hey, what the hell policies do you have going?"
yeah,
That's the thing. It's
it's
all
really
about
like that.
performance, right? Because we already know what the policies are. The policies is flooding the zone with immigration, and the black community is complaining about that. That's a problem. But again, they're pandering to the lowbrow crowd. And these lowbrow cats are the ones trying to shame us, and we shouldn't let that happen because, look, with all of that shucking and jiving and plantation buck dancing, that with that whole thing with Megan, that's not what I was very disappointed in that. You don't supposed to have all of that nonsense at a presidential rally with the world watching. This is the representation of black women, and that's what Kamala put out there. That's deliberate. They know that these images are going to denigrate you and devalue you so that when a black woman is harmed, there's no real outcry. They're like, well, damn, she was a twerking skank anyway, probably just like Megan or something. This is what they say. When you out there coochie popping all the time, and that's the only image you show, that devalues the people. You understand? It makes you look very unserious. Watching, hop on.
Tariq, so I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak. You're a very hard man to get a hold of. And
Yes,
I want to just let everybody know that if you get a chance to talk to you on any space or platform, it's an honor.
I
Um,
appreciate.
yeah, of course. So the first thing I want to know, not know, but I want to say, and I'm going to make it clear to everybody because if they don't know, I know, I follow you for over a decade, that
Okay.
you are a millionaire, and you are a millionaire because of the level of sacrifice you put forth. We can sit up here and we can tweet your messages, we can buy your, and we can do everything that we want to, but it's you who is the target, not only of racism publicly, but behind the scenes, and
Yeah.
your life is in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve everything that you have, brother. You deserve to be a millionaire. Whenever we donate to your museum, your films, and everything, you always deliver to us. What the fuck do we expect besides for you to be a millionaire when every day and every time you go on Twitter, you risk your life? Every
Yeah.
time you go across the country to go to these media platforms and do interviews, you risk your life. Every time you are at home, brother, you risk your fucking life. You deserve every dollar and every penny that you have, brother. And I love you and I appreciate you for that. And that's my first point.
Yes, sir. I
So
appreciate.
everybody who want to pocket watch Tariq now, she look at the fucking sacrifice he making. Every every fucking kid that you have, Tariq, that's $1 million of sacrifice that you are making the points that you making, shaping Black foundation of Black American society. So I love you. I appreciate you. So that's my first point, brother.
Yes, sir.
You deserve everything that you have. My second point is the fact that Kamala Harris and the fact that Kamala Harris can literally have a worldwide broadcast because you can go on YouTube, you can find her shit. Putin watching her shit from Atlanta.
Mm.
She had a worldwide broadcast of her addressing black people. And the fact that any black person was behind them motherfucking scenes, knowing how phony she is, says something about our society, not the Democrats, not the Republicans. It shows a bad representation of how we feel about ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Can not one black person be behind her when she giving a fucking speech? She say, "Walk it like I talk it," say it to my face, and they not like us saying rap. saying rap fucking, words and shit. And motherfuckers get excited about that. I mean, come on, this is 2024, brother Malcolm X. Everybody told us about this. This
Yeah,
is sad.
real talk.
And then the fact I heard Megan Thee Stallion was that like she had a college degree.
Yeah,
I might be wrong, but shit, I heard she had a college degree, and for her to sit up there and say, instead of being at least host her to ask her questions, that's what she should have done. She should say, I don't want to twerk and shake my ass. How about me and you, what I'm saying, sit down and we have a decent conversation as quote unquote black women for Kamala's side. And let me ask you some questions, sister.
yes, indeed. Very
You
good
could
point.
even you could even have you could even have Kamala write her the question that she was gonna ask her. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
But the fact that Megan is set up there and say, I'm gonna shake my ass for to convince black people, that's a fucking L on her.
real talk. Thank you so much, because I'm going to build on something else.
But
you said. Thank
okay,
you, brother. Now, yeah, Megan, and I love Megan Thee Stallion. I think Megan's a beautiful sister. I think she's a very talented sister. Megan does have a college degree. Megan's an educated sister. She's a smart girl. And what's interesting, because we've seen the rapper Plies doing a lot of caping for the Democrats and all of that. Because see, we have a lot of black people who kind of dumb themselves down to a certain degree to pander to that lowbrow crowd. Plies, and this has been pointed out many times, that whole real country deep accent, Plies doesn't really talk like that. Plies is a very smart guy. The rapper Plies, he's a pretty smart guy. He does this performative kind of minstrel type of thing. Some of it is funny, but it's more performative. But Plies doesn't really talk like that. And Jamie Foxx kind of pointed that out years ago. And but Plies is a pretty intelligent dude, but he kind of dumbs it down for that crowd, that lowbrow crowd to a certain degree. You see, because when people are dumb, when you keep them dumb, that's where the money is. Because when you're dumb, you sleep to a certain degree, and when you're more smart, you're woke. That's what the whole woke thing is. They want to keep you dumb. Because when you're dumb, you just do what you're told. When you're not really thinking, they want to keep you in a place where you're not really thinking. You're in entertainment mode all the time. You're in dancing and eating mode all the time. And if you are in that mindset, you're not really thinking for yourself. You're waiting on somebody to kind of give you the instructions. You see, and that lowbrow twerking catfish nugget crowd that's going to be supporting these politicians. See, when things go down, these folks ain't never around. See, this is why some of us in the grassroots media, some of us who are thinking class influencers that represent the grassroots, it's very important for us to make sure the integrity of the political process and the representation is where it should be, because when things go left in black society, they don't call Plies. They're not calling Megan. They're not calling Roland when things go left. We get the damn call. The minute something happens to somebody, we get the emails. When somebody's locked up, we get the call, the collect call, or the call from the bail bondsman. Somebody's family member gets shot, we get the emails. If I could show y'all my emails all the time, every day, people emailing me about some police brutality, something didn't happen to somebody, they hit us up with that. You understand? So we want to make sure that the things that's being promoted is not going to contribute to these types of things happening, because we understand how propaganda works, and we understand how certain people within the dominant society or certain people in the political sphere, when they're promoting things, that's only going to make the problem worse. So we're trying to get to the root of this stuff before it even grows. You see, so this is why it's important for us as foundational Black Americans, for us to get some kind of tangibles. We can't play this benign neglect game no more. The stakes are too high. Malcolm, Mr. Malcolm, hop on, man. Malcolm, you want to unmute your microphone, sir? Malcolm, Malcolm, Malcolm. Do you want to unmute your microphone, my brother? All right. So we had Malcolm in here waiting, but we'll get Princess. Princess, hop on.
Hey, Jerry, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Okay, I have my Bluetooth in, so I don't want it to mess up.
Yeah.
I wanted to share something with you
Go ahead.
and everyone in the room. I want to share this with you about political parties. I've been engaged with political parties for a long time. And the rallies are built around supporters. So when you see the rallies, all of the rallies are built around supporters and a certain demographic.
Right.
So the demographic was probably with the Megan Stallion. I didn't even like that, and
Right.
I didn't think that was appropriate. But then when I thought about it, I said, oh, they invited young Democrats and they built the event around that demographic, 18 to 24. And then what they do is they put people that stand behind the candidate are people that are heavily engaged in the Democratic Party in
Of
that
course.
state,
Of
and
course.
that's what they do. It's all built around excitable supporters, and so they don't find that offensive. Now, us looking on the outside, we're like, what the hell? Because that's what I said. What the hell is Megan Thee Stallion doing there?
Right.
I've been
And
to,
and beloved, my thing is, I wouldn't have mind making the stallion if it wasn't all that twerking. I'm like, okay,
right,
right. I mean, yeah, just do your song and don't pop your
but
ass.
that's her. She's
Yeah.
ass popping, so that's what she's going to do, and they know that. So
Right. They told her to. Yeah. Yeah.
they said do your thing,
Right. Yeah. They
and
wanted her to do that.
so let me present this. They might have told her to do her thing because they knew the Republicans would say some shit about it and say, oh, look at that, this and that and the third, and then it would become a thing. They would be, oh, you talking about this young woman, blah blah blah. You're always
Right.
talking
Right.
about black
Right.
people.
Right. Right. This is, you made a good point, sis.
You
This
mean,
is why they have these women interview Trump. So if he says anything to kind of correct them or check them, oh, you're being hostile to black women. Oh, look at them, black women. So we got to move.
yeah, this is a game. They got tactics and strategies going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but this is something really important I want to share with you, Tariq, because you have a wonderful following. I don't know how many are on this call right now.
We
Thousands.
got like almost 1,200 people right now.
That's
But go ahead.
amazing. Listen, this is amazing. Okay, this comes from experience. I'm gonna tell you. So imagine, Tariq, if you joined a political party and became the chair of their national platform committee, which is
Mm,
not a difficult feat. Okay, because all of your supporters joined the party committee with you and voted you into that position within the party caucus, right?
yeah.
And when they vote you in, just imagine what that platform, now just imagine what that national platform would look like and be represented with your guidance. And this is the type of strategy that I myself as an organizer for Black Americans are trying to get us to understand. We have to get in the game.
Yeah.
We have to come like avengers to these political parties and say, sign me up. Where do I sign up at? But come in numbers and take it over that way. They like intelligent people. There's a lot of stupid people in these little parties, okay?
Yeah. I can imagine.
It's a
Yeah.
lot, and they like intelligent people though. They need to be told what to think. And so when someone like yourself comes in the room and you're able to articulate things, they start fawning all over you like, oh my God, you're so smart and articulate. The white people be like, oh, you're so smart and articulate, black person, blah, blah, blah. And you have all your people with you, you are able to take that committee over. And this is something I want to put on the minds of all of us. We have to take ourselves from complaining to engagement.
Mhm.
And we have to
Yeah.
have a takeover spirit, or else we're not going to get shit. And one more point I want to make: these caucuses, Eastern American, Native American caucuses, Black caucuses, all of them write bills for their representatives. They write the bills, they submit them, they go into these committees when they have their little party meetings, and they say, I want the platform to look like this. I want a bill that looks like this. And then they push it, they lobby it, they bring their whole group and they push up on the representative because guess what? They've they've donated, they've knocked on doors for that candidate. They've made phone calls for that candidate. So they feel entitled. And of course, they should feel entitled
Yeah.
because I put you in office. And so now that I put you in office, this is what I want. And here's the bill. I already wrote it for you. You don't have to do anything but add to it and make
Yeah.
sure it gets on the floor and make sure it gets on in the legislative calendar. This is what
That's
we have to do, people. We have to stop complaining and start engaging and get that takeover spirit. I've done it before in Nevada. We took over the Nevada Democratic Party. It is black, and most of the electeds are black. But guess what? The follow up, they didn't turn white. They didn't turn into them
mm,
because we didn't follow up and we didn't give them what they're supposed to say for us. And that's how
mm,
these caucuses get all their bills passed.
man. Thank you so much, beloved. I appreciate
You're
you. Very good
welcome.
information. Very good information from that sister. Yeah, people have been trying to get me to get in the political arena for the longest. Man, I don't know. Chase, what's up, Chase?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother? You good?
Oh yeah. Hey, to piggyback off what she was saying, man, I think you'd be a great political person, man. You got a good mind. You speak really good to people. You're knowledgeable. I think you'd be a good option, man. Hey, it beats everybody else that's in the office right now on the Democratic
Yeah.
side, bro. You would blow them out the water, man.
Man, these people will they will
I don't think they would be even a
I'm
challenge to
telling you,
you, bro.
they would have an Eskimo, a Kenyan on a roof. The minute I do a speech, they have somebody on a roof
Oh
just
man.
waiting on me.
Hey man, I think
Yeah,
hey
yeah,
hey
they
if
have
not
somebody do a Postmates drive by. But I
yeah.
see him. But yeah, I feel you. I feel where you're
Yeah,
coming
if
from.
not you, then who, man? Because
I,
hey, it's looking kind of rough on that side right now.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. T, let's get brother T. What's up, T? What's up, T Jeezy? Okay, sound like one of my sons about to come downstairs. They'll be trying to kick it, man. T, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. Thanks for letting me up, man. I enjoy hearing you speak, even though I don't always agree with you. I always love hearing you speak.
Now, what do you disagree with? Because when people say that, now what exactly do you disagree with that I say?
I mean,
Is
just
that
certain aspects. I don't want to get into that. I just want to get to my point real quick.
all right? All right. All right.
Uh, uh, when I think you're absolutely right as far as the Democrats. I mean, they're the dumbest party, in history. I think they had a golden opportunity to, win over a lot of votes. But like you say, they pander to the low or whatever wording you use.
Right.
Um, they pander to the low demographic, but I think that's politics. I think Trump does the same thing with his base as well.
Good.
And
Good.
I think all of this is by design.
Yeah.
They want you talking about her race. They want you talking about Meg the Stallion because we ain't heard none of her policies. So again, that's all by design
Right.
because it's politics. But it's not just the Democrats. Trump does the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he comes out to many men. wants to relate to the black people about being shot, going through the justice system. All that is the same political thing that the Democrats are doing. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. But one question I want to ask you, since you are a Trump supporter, is there any
Slow,
policies
slow
that
down,
you
slow
don't?
down, slow down. No, no. Am I a Trump supporter?
Are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not voting for Trump. Now, some of the
Oh, okay.
policies, I like his policies. Uh,
Right, right,
the thing with the cop thing, which is already going down, I'm not doing that. I don't like that at all. But there's a lot of policies that I like, but not enough for me to really fully support him proactively. You understand? I like
right.
this stuff by default. It's not as bad as the Democrat, but that's not really support. Let's be very clear on the wording there. So
Gotcha. We're in the same arena. I'm split in the middle, and I want to hear both sides. I want them both to debate, and then I'll choose. There's a lot of things that politically, I agree with Trump about, but just the social aspect and is some things that I don't agree with him about. But
now let me
is
ask
there
you this, because
what?
hit my thing. What the Democrats are doing, I don't like none of it. I don't like none of the
Right,
Democrats are doing. Like,
right,
but the thing is, with Trump, yeah, it's just because because the Democrats are being abusive to us. They're actively
right.
abusing black people. Trump ain't
Yeah.
abusing us, but he ain't giving us no band aid. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
I,
No,
I need a
I
band aid.
100% agree with that.
Right.
We're dead on as far as that. I did think during the interview though, Trump did give a great answer as far as using energy to bring down inflation, as far as helping the black community better strive. I think that's a great plan, and I think he did kill that interview. However, what I have an issue is, you know, they were very unprofessional. It wasn't a good interview. Trump came out on top of that. But what my thing is, I hear this slander to black women, calling them black bitches, and just the slander,
Who said that?
of them.
Who said that?
Well, I was in a couple spaces in Twitter. I mean, the language towards them is just very harsh.
By who?
And my,
No, no.
uh,
Who's doing that? I mean, what spaces? Who's doing that?
well, I'm not going to say no
Oh,
names,
okay.
but
Yeah,
absolutely,
that,
that's been the
do
language.
that here.
That's been the language and the tone,
Okay. Yeah, we don't do that.
about
We don't do that
these
here.
black women have been getting a lot of slander for that. But my point
Okay, but
is that,
hold on, no, no. But yeah,
uh
that's we don't. I don't allow that here in this space.
right,
Yeah, let's be clear on that. I don't know where that.
absolutely, I'm not accusing you at all.
Okay, yeah,
No, no,
I
I'm
don't
not.
allow that type of talk here. But go ahead.
Right. But what I want to say is, what about, when the Fox, the other side of it? I'm all about consistency on both sides. These Trumpers are, they just accuse the Democrats as if it's not happening on both sides. It's politics. So, when these Fox News reporters are unprofessional, and all these allegations about Obama not being an American citizen with no proof of that, and all these different types of rhetoric, I just have a problem with.
Okay, okay,
Um,
all right. Okay, the last part just kind of it's gotten to a little ramble, so I don't know. Kind of lost me on the last part. I didn't know where it was going. I don't know what he's talking about on that one. Farrell Fawcett. Farrell, hop in.
Hey there, thanks for letting me speak. I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying this live. And,
Thank
you know, I'm an independent voter, so had Biden run in 2016, I would have voted for him at
you.
that
Okay,
moment in time. And it's really frustrating to see the current state of the Democrat Party because it's so superficial and vapid.
yeah.
And it's by design, it's intentional. Um, it makes me think of the French Revolution a little bit. During that time, they were sending people to the guillotine, and what were they doing to distract the populace from being aware of what was going on? They were pumping out plays and entertainment and music. oh, look over here. Don't look at this thing that we're doing.
Oh
And
yeah.
it feels very similar, right?
Mhm.
Let us distract you with all of this stuff. And that's by design too, because we as humans are emotionally driven. As much as we
Yeah.
like to think that we're logical, every decision starts with emotion. And if someone can control our emotions, then we can be manipulated and we can be controlled.
Yeah. Very good point. Thank you so much, Phil. Very, very good point. Let's get I don't know what your name is. Nick with the damn goat. I don't know if it's a goat or a cat. What is that on your page, man?
My name is Nick. I'm also from Alabama. Jolene,
Oh
shut your
Lord.
bitch ass up.
Lord, Lord,
Tariq, shut
Lord.
your
Okay, okay. Lord. Y'all already with the comedy was failing already. I didn't even get you didn't get a chance to get your trolling out, buddy. You didn't even get a chance to get your trolling out. That's how bad you failed. You sat up there and just waited. You were just waiting and waiting and waiting and to fail like that. How does that boy, you got molded. What's up, Lucchini? Let's get Lucchini in here. Where you from, Lucchini? I see a lot of different flags there, Lucchini. Where you from?
I'm from Congo, man. How you doing?
You from the Congo?
Yeah,
There you go. So are you where in the US are you living now?
Atlanta, Georgia.
You in Georgia?
Yeah.
There you go. And can you speak up, Lucchini?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I know you're delivering them orders real late, but you got to roll the windows up.
Okay. All right. How you doing?
Dude, I'm good, man. You got to be careful over there on Old National Highway making them deliveries. They'll catch.
Yeah,
They might
I know.
catch you at a time. But
I
go
know,
ahead. What's
man.
up?
What's up? I like, man. I like the way you talk to people. So I learn a lot from you. You teach me a lot, man. Because I'm not gonna deny about me being an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. I came here to United States when I was young, but I learn a lot. There is a lot of things from the culture that I don't understand, but I like the way you explain them there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are some things in the culture you don't understand?
It's especially this culture of Nazism and
A,
extremism,
a culture war?
a culture of Nazism,
I can't understand you, sir. The culture of what?
of Nazism. You don't know what is a Nazist?
What is he saying, family? I'm trying to understand my brother. Spell it. Spell that other word you're trying to say. I'm not getting it.
I said analysis is someone who is proud of himself.
Okay. Are you saying narcissist?
Yes,
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. The culture of narcissism. Okay.
yeah. I like it. I like when you are talking to white supremacists, and I like when you are talking to my brothers and sisters from Africa. I like the way you talk to them, the way you deal with everybody. Man, I enjoy it so bad
Yes, sir.
when I'm driving.
My bad. I ain't mad at you, brother. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lakini, man. That's you, our brother. When I come down there, I'm going to order DoorDash and holler at you and give you a big tip. All right. All right, Eric. Let's get Eric in here.
Was Gucci. Um,
What's what's going on, Eric? How are you with this 4chan looking account you got? What's happening, man?
yeah, I'm a crypto bro. No, I'm doing great, blessed and highly favored. I
Oh,
actually
no,
didn't even
where you from? Where you from, brother?
Missouri is my original birthplace.
Okay. What part of Missouri?
Springfield.
Springfield, Missouri. So now what's on your mind?
Um, you know, I didn't even I wasn't even familiar with the term FBA until recently. I did a
Okay.
spaces recently, and the space that I'm in, there's people are able to hide behind PFPs, so you get a lot of interesting things being said, a lot of racist stuff. And so I put on a spaces to address that. And in that spaces, yeah, which was supposed to be directed at racism towards Black people, it ended up being a space where there were black people that were just that started attacking each other. One of the reasons that they were attacking each other is because there was a group of black people who were saying, you know, we're FBAs and you're not black and you're from Jamaica and you're from Africa. It was just so it was interesting to me. So I understand, you know, the importance of you know, making a distinction and saying, okay, these people these people are descendants of this, and as a result they have went through these unique hardships and they created, you know, this unique culture. But my question to you is, do you think that it's it's good for black people to be, it seems you know, so caught up in like the making these distinctions, because I don't see that with other groups. Maybe I don't
Oh
pay
yeah,
as much
you,
attention to other groups, but it just seems that in a world where, I don't want to say the world hates black people, but that's the word that comes to my mind right now. Like there's probably no group that is hated as much. Like in a world where no one is looking at someone and saying, "Oh, that person's from Ghana," you know, or "Oh, yeah, that guy's from, you know, Wisconsin or whatever else." In a world where there's no group that's hated as much, is it a good thing to be, for black people to be divided amongst themselves and be so caught up on these different distinctions?
the thing is, our lineage is the lineage, no matter how you think about it.
Hmm.
We have a special, unique, different lineage.
Hmm.
That's what it is. And us acknowledging our lineage that is unique and different from other people, it's not really divisive. I mean, we have a lineage that other people don't have. We are foundational to this country. We are foundational Black Americans. We have a very unique relationship to this land. Yeah, we're under global white supremacy. Anywhere you go, we're going to be under white supremacy. That doesn't change the fact that we are from this soil. We're the ones who are descended from the people who built this country and the culture of this country from the bottom up. So we have a very unique relationship to the land here. So we're going to handle things in a different way. We have a different spirit and a different energy of standing on business, not fleeing and fighting for what we're supposed to get. That's very unique to us. And it's okay for us to acknowledge that. Because what happens, sir, when other people come over and they get any kind of wind under their belt, they go out of their way to make sure that they are different from us, as long as they're winning. Now, if they're doing something janky, then we all one big old black family. So people have been delineating from us for years, as long as they can get a win. But when they do something janky and they want to do something degenerate, they want to hide behind our blackness because they don't even identify as black. Because, see, this is the whole thing we're talking about with Kamala. We're tired of this performative ass blackness that people do in order to get political gains. See, we as foundational Black Americans, we stand on blackness 24 hours a day and don't waver. We stand on blackness when it wasn't cool. We stood on blackness when it was dangerous. We stood on blackness when we were being attacked for it. And we stood up and had our head up high and our chin out saying, okay, we're going to be black and proud and we're going to stand on it even more. These other groups didn't stand on that. They didn't identify themselves as black, even though the white supremacists looked at them as black. For a long time, they were coming over here talking about, I'm black and Jamaican, or I'm not black, I'm Kenyan. I'm not black, I'm Somali. And they do that now, to be honest. They do that I'm not black, I'm Somali stuff now to a certain degree. Unless they get around us and they see there's some benefits, then all of a sudden they're black. So with Kamala Harris, again, that woman was East Indian most of her career and bragging about it. And they're doing stories about her East Indian heritage. Now that she has to get that national voting block that we have as foundational Black Americans, now she likes collard greens, Tupac, and cornbread. So we're saying we're tired of this performative blackness, because what happens is we sit up here and try to elevate these folks and they turn around and kick us in the ass and don't do anything for us, and they don't get on code. So we are completely correct in delineating and asking questions about people's background. We should have been doing that. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I mean, it, I agree with you in that. Yes, you know, we should acknowledge our lineage, our lineage. However, you know, I just think a lot of what you're saying right now, you're saying they, and it's like making a blanket statement and saying that anyone who is not foundational Black American has this viewpoint of like, yeah, you know, I'm only Black when it's convenient, which I don't agree with. That has not been my experience. I've definitely seen that from certain people, and it hasn't only been, you know, people who are Jamaican or, you know, from
So what
Africa.
should so what okay, according to you, what should our ideology be as foundational Black
I
Americans? What
it's not. I mean, I think again, embracing your lineage, it's perfectly fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there is a difference between someone, you know, who was born in Jamaica or a descendant of people who have been in Jamaica, as
right,
opposed to
right. Because
like,
because one of the big reasons we're having a big reparations conversation.
yeah.
So reparations coming into play. So lineage is very important because we want to make reparations lineage based. What's your view on reparations?
What's my view on reparations?
Uh-huh.
Um, I think there's obviously been, you know, there's been other groups who have been given some form of reparations, and for African Americans, that hasn't been the case. So I think that, you know, or Black Americans, I don't know if African Americans is the right word. It's just confusing to me. But so I think that, yeah, you know, Black Americans were fucked over, and that if from the perspective of being just, that they should get reparations. Do I think that it will happen? I don't know. You know,
My
probably not.
Majora spirit is tingling and telling me some shit right now.
Mhm.
My Majora spirit is really tingling right now. My ancestral my ancestral Majora energy is really, really tingling right now. Where's your family from, brother? Not just St. Louis or Springfield. Where's your family from?
Yeah, I can't dox in the space that I'm in, but
Ain't nobody doxing you, brother.
yeah.
Where, where's your family from, brother?
But what I'll say is this, to answer the question that you had prior to that.
Okay,
I think
the fact that you are
I I
changing the
I
subject,
yeah, I
that's why my spirit is tingling, sir.
yeah, I can appreciate that. I would say this.
Sir,
I just
sir,
think
hold
that
on, sir. You come from an immigrant background. Sir.
okay, let's
Where
go with that.
where did your family immigrate from?
Yeah, let's go with that. I come from an immigrant background, but what background exactly? You know, I
Ask,
can't speak to.
sir, okay, you don't want to admit, you don't want to say where your family came from, immigrated from.
No.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir. This is what I'm saying, family. This is what I'm saying. Boy, my spirit start talking to me. You can tell after a while that this is what I'm saying. Family, this is what I'm saying. Can't have non FBA people trying to speak and represent for us. The more he got to talking, my spirit said, hey, there's a tether in the room. Harriet Tubman tapped me on the shoulder. Y'all don't understand. The ancestors are sitting in the room with me at this point. Nigga, Frederick Douglass grabbed my arm. Say, hold on, brother. This nigga ain't one of us. The Majora spirit kicked in. See what I'm saying? We can tell. We can tell. And family, the minute you ask somebody about their lineage and they start getting defensive, there you go right there. When you start asking people about their lineage and they start getting defensive again, people keep trying to cosplay. When I asked him where he's from, I'm from Missouri, from Springfield. That's not what I'm talking about. See, but the more he gets to talking, okay, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Yeah, something is off here, brother. Something is off. The spirit is, I ain't feeling it, bro. The spirit ain't connecting. You see? We got a lot of that, family. There's a lot of that. Yeah? A lot of cosplaying out here. My son, y'all hear my son in the background? His little old ass need to be in bed. What are you doing over here, boy? Playing with cards. And then don't want to wake up in the morning. All right. Let's get on. Y'all raise your hand if y'all ready to get on. I appreciate everybody for staying up with us and chopping up game. I appreciate you guys. While you're up, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. We do need everybody to give a donation to the Hidden History Museum and come visit. We got the museum, we got new hours, we got weekend hours from Thursday to Saturday, summertime hours. So y'all come visit the Hidden History Museum. Y'all come visit and make a donation. Let's get Casino in the. Yo, Malcolm, you still over there, brother? Because I'm gonna have to get you out the queue. Well, I added you before, Malcolm. You didn't say nothing. Casino, you good? All right, let me get Malcolm. Let me try Malcolm again. Then I'm gonna get Jonathan. Malcolm, you want to try again?
Yo, I'm here.
There you go. Yeah, I tried to get you up earlier. There was some issues. What's
This
going on,
this
Malcolm?
is ca- this is casino.
It's Casino. Oh, it's Casino.
Yeah,
Okay, I
this
thought it was.
casino.
Like,
I
what's
just
going
had
on?
just three quick statements. I I don't understand what self-respected black person would ever vote for Kamala Harris or Biden. They're the king and queen of mass incarceration of black people.
Yeah,
Her nickname was Cop Mala, but nobody checks her on that, or Biden. They were locking black people up like it was an Olympic sport. Why do they let them get off the hook for that? They need to fix that with reparations.
absolutely.
And then
Ab-
on top of that, on top of that, you've got the people that are coming in here from other countries that are going against us. Why are they not on our side on this? I mean, why don't they just check her history?
yeah, but yeah, because you got a lot of people, man. Again, they're benefiting from these immigration policies. This is more their cousins and stuff coming over. That's why they're coming in here being low key with it. Notice you never see a civilian just come in and give a real reason why they're supporting Biden and Kamala. They can't give a real reason. Again, the door is open, the floor is open. Come tell us. Anytime somebody's in here talking about Kamala and Biden, it's somebody who works for the DNC. You understand? Or they're being low key about it and trying to act like they're not supporting them. But if you keep talking to them, you can see that they're on some Democratic shield tip. Nobody can proudly sit up and say why they're supporting Kamala and Biden. Ain't that strange that y'all can't sit up and stand on business and say, hey, this is why I'm supporting them? Because as a non immigrant, what would you support them for? If you're a non immigrant, you ain't Boule and you ain't on their payroll, what reason would a black person support them? That's a legitimate question. And the answer, usually from some of the supporters, it's like, well, Trump gonna get us. You heard the Project 22. It's always some boogeyman that the white media then created that then scared. Usually it's goofy hood rats, dusty Negroes, or old black folks who get scared easily by stuff. Anything the white media says, they believe them. Oh Lord, they're on Project 22, Project 2025 coming. Uh-oh, we's in big trouble. We is in a whole heap of trouble. And COVID's gonna come back if Trump get in office. He gonna bring COVID with him. Oh Lord, he gonna bring the Rona. Oh Lord, God. Just they use scare tactics on gullible Negroes. Yeah. Malone, you ready? You good?
Tariq,
What's up, Malone?
nah, nothing much, man. I think very interesting times, and somebody might be asking themselves, why am I here as a South African, finding myself in American politics? It's merely from the
Right.
fact that you guys own the world's currency, so therefore, whatever decisions you make politically, it affects us as well. And I think it's quite sad to see what's happening
Well,
with.
really? Because there's a lot of countries that ain't even using the U.S. dollar no more. So is that
No, our
the thing?
currency is pegged against yours. So unfortunately, whatever you guys do, we get, and sorry for my language, we get fucked. So for the
Right,
past
right,
4 years, we've been seeing shit, deliberately so, because I think we all know who's been running your country, and I think this is where I'm finding a lot of confusion, and maybe towards FBAs as well, because I'd like to believe there are some Democrats who are classified as FBAs, but now seeing the degeneracy that's been happening with the Democratic Party, and obviously with the fall of your leadership, and when I say yours, not you directly, but more of America's political leadership. I mean, it goes without saying that Biden, you can see he's a senile old man. And any person with an inkling of a brain can see that he's old. He's not fit for the position. Now, my question to you is, looking at the current circumstances that you guys are placed in, and knowing, and I know there might be an argument here, knowing that your elections were quite, for lack of a better term, they were stolen, rigged. Having our own rigged as well. I think post your own elections. Um, what is it? Do you believe that the Democrats are going to win based off what they did the past, when was it, 2020? And if they do
Yeah.
win, what will be the circumstances of that? Because I can see that there is a uprising, in the sense of political consciousness on the right side, or those who are not even affiliated with any party. Well, what would be the consequence there?
But this is a pretty good question. Very good question. You know what? There is a possibility for them to win. There's a possibility because the thing the Democrats and Kamala have, they got the mainstream media, which is liberal leaning. They got them on their side, and the mainstream media is very powerful. They're very powerful at spinning things, spinning narratives, and a lot of them don't really like Trump because Trump has been very critical of the mainstream media, calls them fake news. So yeah, so that propaganda machine is on Kamala's side, and the propaganda is very important. And again, they understand that there's a lot of Negroes out here who believe everything they see on TV, and the white media can just scare you enough and distract you from the fact that Kamala doesn't really have any policies. And when she gets in office, that black folks are going to be screwed, but they have to create a boogeyman. Yeah, Kamala's going to screw you, and the Democrats are going to screw you worse than they're already doing. But ooh, here's a Project 2025 though, with the full immunity for the police. Ooh, oh, it's going to be hell to pay, and then that scares Negroes who don't know no better. Ooh, Lord, I better hurry up and go get this catfish and go vote for Kamala. Yeah. So it works on scared Negroes who don't know no better. And that's who they're pandering to. Yeah. It's a real interesting dynamic. I'm gonna have to get off here, man. There's a lot of folks in here. Shout out to everybody in here. We got almost 1,300 people. It's 1 o'clock in the morning out here on the West Coast. That's a beautiful thing. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And everybody, if you can go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com and contribute to the Hidden History Museum, one of our institutions that we built up from the grassroots, making it do what it do. People can come down and vibe and chill and network and just do their thing. It's a very great thing to have grassroots institutions that we build up from the ground up like that. For the community, by the community, for us, by us. It's very important that that's maintained by the community. Anyway, let me get up out of here, guys. I'm going to let y'all get some sleep. But,
Hey, Flex.
what's up, Jonathan?
Oh, nothing much, man. But
mind you, I'm all for delineate. I'm all for getting FBA reparations. We always deserved it. My thing is, as much as we do talk about her blackness, which should be a topic, I feel like the more we talk about it, the less we're talking about her indefensible record. And I think that's kind of playing into the Democrats' hands because they can try to defend her blackness or whatever, but they can't really defend her record. And they always try to talk about how she's a black woman. But
Right.
there are three instances of where she has not had black women's back. The Mike Treese Richardson case,
Oh yeah.
the how she took Nina Simone's estate from her family.
Oh
You
yeah.
remember that?
And
And then you got
locked up them for truancy with their kids. Yeah.
actually then there's four. And then you remember when Breonna Taylor got killed?
Yeah.
And then they asked her, like, if she was the prosecutor, would she have locked up the cop? And she really just stumbled and fumbled around that topic.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like the more we do talk about like how she's not like of the lineage, the less we're talking about her record, and that's actually playing into the Democrats' hands then, because they don't really want to talk about her record.
Right.
So that I feel like they kind of want us to keep going back and forth with the whole FBA thing.
Well, thank you. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. But the thing is, we're tying all of that into the record too. We should tie it into her record of her with the benign neglect. You're talking about how black you are, but what are you doing for black people? That's where we're going with it. Because they want to sit up and go talk about HBCU and disrespect the black woman and all that. No, 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 no. What are you doing for black people? What are you doing for black women? That's what we're saying. That's how we're tying that in. But it is what it is. Let me get out of here, guys. It's been real. Hope you guys have a great night. Go to rootworkstyle.com to get your deodorant. Go to microphonecheck.com. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Y'all have a good night. Papi Akute, Lolo Vuve to the family. Peace.